What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are going to be flying from Boston International down to Washington Dulles International Airport. We're going to be flying the Flight Factor Boeing 777, and we will be using the VATSIM network, which, looking at the map right now, we have ground tower, approach and departure, center, all in the Boston area, and then we also have New York Center, and we also have departure, delivery tower, ground, full coverage all the way into Washington. So this should be a pretty good flight here. Like I said, we are in the Boeing 777. We're going to be flying today Delta. Our call sign for today is Delta 2136. Unfortunately, I did not look at the map at all for our gate here, so we're kind of in a weird spot for the size of the plane, but we're going to go ahead and get pushed back and begin that process here. So go ahead and tell BetterPushback that we are ready to go.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
So we're going to be flying the, what is our departure here? What is our departure? I just had it. So we're going to be flying the Blazer 4 to Blazer, and then direct to Bath, and then we'll be doing the Hyper 7 approach into Washington. We're expecting runway 224. Let's see here.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
So we're expecting runway 22 on for departure here. Let's see here. Two right is what we're doing for departure. So 22 right, we're going to climb heading 215. Gonna punch that in right here. 215.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
So we're going to hold off. We have a pretty far pushback here. We're going to be going all the way over to here. All the way into the black area where you got two other planes that are getting ready for takeoff here. We already got our Addons information. Looks like we have a little bit of weather here. Like I said, this is a bit of a crazy turnout here. We're going to be going down this line into the black pavement. Turn on auto start, get that ready. I'm going to go ahead and turn our brightness down here. I'm going to turn our cabin lights off at this point. Make sure the cabin lights are off. Yes, they are. Door is closed. Make sure I got everything set. What is our? I need to look at our takeoff minimums though. Airport elevation for 22 right is 15. So our minimums is going to be 1,015. And at this point, we'll go ahead and start up. Engine number 2. I also forgot to mention that I do have, I'm not really sure what this RAM air does, but we're going to leave that unlocked. I did pay for the sound pack, so we have a little bit different engine sounds here. Let you guys listen to that. Go ahead and introduce some fuel. Engine number 1 in here. We need to adjust our trim. Engine number 1. Okay, it's looking good. Double check our panels here. Turn on our strobe lights. Let's check the coverage here one more time. We're still looking good. So we're going to be contacting ground on 121.9er. So we'll go ahead and switch over to that channel right now. And then we're going to be doing tower on 128.8. Actually, I forgot I have I'm just going to turn this down a bit just so we can
Here, reacting strength advisor is actually runway 22, right active available with 1 air.
hear everything we need to. Still pretty loud.
Aircraft all off. Ready to test. Aircraft United 560 heavy information.
Operations complete. Set parking brake.
Alpha November, cross runway 15 right.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Right, Alpha November, cross runway hold to the 15 left. United 560 heavy.
Boston ground gauge United 304 with Lima looking to push on the Alpha.
United 304 Boston Tower good evening, correction Boston ground good evening, push back and attack the Alpha.
Push on the Alpha approved, United 304.
United 560 at November, give way to an opposite direction, Delta 737 to follow that traffic.
Alright,
November,
so
give way to 732, follow traffic, 1639 opposite direction, United 787, so give way to you. Roger, Delta 639.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Aircraft on box, standby.
alright, so we're gonna go ahead and request our taxi instructions.
42, is that calling, you calling for push?
Confirm.
Roger, American 2342, Squawk Hotel.
Apologize, it's Boston Charlie, American 2342.
Good evening, Boston Ground. Delta 2136, ready to taxi.
Delta 2136, runway 22 right, taxi Kilo Bravo November, cross runway 15 right, hold short runway 15 left. Delta 1639 on November, cross runway 15 left, and monitor tower 128.8.
Okay, cross 15 left on November, and then monitor 123. Yeah.
United 5, PC Heavy on November, cross runway 15 left.
So I'm gonna have to
Tower 128.8.
turn the volume off completely here so I can hear.
2712 Foxtrot Sierra, runway 22 right, at Quebec, taxi via Bravo, Quebec.
22 right, intersection Quebec, taxi via Bravo, Quebec, 712 Foxtrot.
American 2342, there you are. Pushback on the taxiway Alpha is a advisory request.
Pushback onto taxiway Alpha for American 2342 will call you up for taxi.
Boston Ground, say again for Delta 2136.
Delta 2136, runway 22 right, taxi via Kilo Alpha November, cross runway 15 right, hold short runway 15 left.
22 right via Kilo Alpha November, hold short, or cross runway 15 right, hold short 15 left. Alright, so the sound is actually coming out of my headset, which is ridiculously loud, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to see if I can adjust this a little bit here.
Boston Ground, Boeing 22, ready for push.
Boeing 22 Boston Ground, get using pushback on the taxiway Alpha, is advisory taxi.
Pushback Alpha, approved, preparing taxi, Boeing, thank you.
So we're going Kilo Alpha November.
And ground with United 304, ready for taxi at Lima.
United 304, runway 22 right, taxi via Alpha November, cross runway 15 right, hold short runway 15 left.
Alpha November to 22 right, cross 15 right, short of 15 left for United 304.
So 2136, just a quick amendment to your taxi. Make a left turn to Bravo and taxi via Bravo instead of Alpha.
We'll make a left turn onto Bravo instead of Alpha for Delta 2136.
November 12 Foxtrot here, contact Boston Tower 128.8. Oh, 128.8.
Alright, so we're going to do Kilo Bravo instead now. So let's just make sure that we got got the right, so that's Alpha.
American 2242, just recycle your transponders, block 1335.
Definitely sounds very nice to give it a little bit of engine power there. I'm gonna double check that everything is looking good. And I believe it is. Just make sure we get the right trim values in here. Takeoff, trim is 5.75. We're kind of all over the place here.
Today 304 on November, cross runway 15 left, monitor tower 138
On November, cross 15 left, and then monitor tower 28.8, good night, 9304.
So the 2136, can you get around that there and on Quebec?
Say again for Delta 2136.
So the 2136, can you get around that bearing sitting on Quebec?
I'm not really sure what you're saying there for Delta 2136.
So the 2136 is a beach bearing on Quebec at the intersection of Quebec and Bravo. Can you get around that traffic?
Yeah, we shouldn't have any problem getting around that for Delta 2136, sorry.
Thank you, Rod. Roger, Delta 2136, and continue on Bravo, and then just caution the traffic.
So I see what he was saying there now. A little bit. He looked a little bit strange there on my screen, but I think we got it straightened out. So we're going to be turning on to November here soon, which I believe is right here, and it is.
Approaching 15 right.
Just cross over 15 right.
Delta 2136 on November, cross runway 15 left, monitor tower 128.8.
We'll cross 15 left for Delta 2136. Crossover.
Approaching 15 left.
Back of 15 left here.
That could be Alpha November cross to runway 15 right. Full quarter to runway 15 left. American 2242.
American 2342, precisely your transponder for me, squawk 1335.
Delta 2136 holding short, runway 22 right.
American 2342.
Delta 2136, monitor tower 128.8 right.
Tower on 128.8. Have a good night. Boston Tower, good evening. Delta 2136 holding short, runway 22 right.
Delta 2136 Heavy, Boston Tower, good evening, runway 22 right, last foot. American 28, pushing 1278, Boston Tower.
Alright, so we're just holding short, waiting for that A321 to get off the runway. I believe they just landed there.
Delta 2136 Heavy, wind variable at 5, runway 22 right for takeoff. Make sure that's very good.
Clear for takeoff for Delta 2136. So before we take off, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we have the frequency for Boston Center, which is 134.7. Go ahead and punch that in there so we're ready to switch over when we are. Alright, we got that in.
Approaching 22 right.
American 1228, Boston Tower.
On runway 22 right.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and spool these bad boys up.
Delta 12, approaching 2136 Heavy, cancel takeoff.
Canceling takeoff for 2136.
American 1228. Delta 12, approaching 2136, I apologize, the aircraft was not contacting me. Runway 22 right for takeoff.
All good. Clear for takeoff for Delta 2136.
American 1228, Boston Tower, with me now.
Alright, so we just had to run. Oh, actually, we'll be quiet real quick.
American 1228, Boston Tower. First of all, you landed without landing. I know you crossed an axis, all an aircraft is on a roll. You need to contact me when you're told to do so live. Bus 393, Boston Tower, good evening, wind variable at 5, runway 22, airline, Pushback, heavy, and off the tail. Delta 2136, heavy,
Contact departure for Delta 2136. 133.0. Boston departure, good evening, Delta 2136, climbing through 17,000. I did not hear any of that. Say again for Delta 2136. I didn't get any of that, sorry.
Delta 2136 Heavy, Boston departure. I hope you said 1700, because if so, then you are radar contact. Climb maintain 14,000.
Yes, sir. We'll climb up to 14,000 for Delta 2136.
1830 X, return left 60, flying.
Air 547.
So we got fully flaps up. Can't see much of anything here.
Alright, 1830 X, return left 60. Delta 2136 Heavy, connect Boston Center.
Contact center on 134.7 for Delta 2136. Have a good night.
Johnny 218 Heavy.
218 Heavy, let's see, first part of your flight plan, I don't have any of these waypoints here. Tips, act like Tom Go, have done, like, I'm not finding these in my airspace. Are you able to, let's see, the first waypoint I recognize is Goder. Can you do radar vectors Goder and Dennis file?
Yeah, I thought that's what I found. Let me get back and check the flight plan. Yeah, yeah, it looks like I have another waypoint in there.
Yeah, alright, so what I'm
going
gonna do, alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete everything before Goder, and your clearance is now available. Advise and ready to copy.
Okay, go ahead for 218.
Connie 218 cleared. Cleared to the Portland Airport via the Syracuse 1 departure. Radar vectors Goder and Dennis filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 400. 5 minutes after departure. Departure. This frequency is squawk 4632.
Connie 218 cleared to Portland via radar vectors Gold via the Syracuse 1 departure vectors Golder at filed. Maintain 4,000. Flight level 400. 1 minutes departure and squawk 4632. Sorry about the flight.
No problem, and sorry for the delay there with the clearance. Your reback is correct. Expect runway 28, advisory to copy, or advisory to taxi, rather.
Roger, I'll give you a call when ready for taxi. 128, Connie 218.
Boston Center, good evening. Delta 2136.
So 2136 Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 400.
Up to 400 for Delta 2136.
American 431, cross Calverton, Charlie, Addons maintain 12,000 and 250 knots to Kennedy altimeter 2997.
Alright, so we just got cleared up to our cruising altitude.
Charlie at 12,000, 250 knots, American 431.
Flight level 400.
Good evening, American 7,
American 712 Boston Center, good evening. Cross Jordan at maintain 1000, Providence altimeter 29908, landing runway 23.
Landing runway 23, landing at 908, cross at what's up?
United 304 Boston Center.
Boston Center,
November 712 Foxtrot Sierra Boston Center. The Manchester altimeter is 29904. Expect ILS runway 6 approach.
So we're going to go ahead and punch in our New York Center. This is next place we're
Number 2
connected to.
Foxtrot Sierra, turn left heading 290, descend and maintain 3000 vectors to final.
Yeah, that's left, 290,
Delta 1539, fly heading 310 now, descend and maintain. Actually, fly heading 320, maintain 3000, and reduce your speed to 190 or less.
Okay, 320, maintain 3000, and reduce speed to 190.
So 125.32.
United 560, clear at Keever. I barely know her either.
Boston Center, Connie 218 heavy, ready for taxi.
County 218 heavy, runway 28 taxi via Alpha, cross runway 33.
Runway 28 via Alpha, cross runway 33, Connie 218 heavy.
United 304. Actually, United 304, are you with me yet?
Boston Center, like 1947, we're gonna file, all the way down for 270.
United 1947, Boston Center, roger.
Boston Center, American 2342, heavy, 10,000 to 14,000.
United 2342, Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 400.
I'm gonna take that as an American 2342 up to 400.
American 2342, affirmative, climb and maintain flight level 400. Sorry, it's been kind of a long day.
I'll get just checking, 400 for American 2342.
Lufthansa cargo 423, leaving the airspace, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, good day.
Boston, good evening, United 302, 14,000.
Delta 1539, turn right heading 090, intercept the localizer 1539.
Alright, turn right 090 to intercept the localizer, and just a bit of a high rapid, a little, I would say, moderate shock.
Alright, yeah, just get going to the turn there, see the later for terrain ahead, please. United 304, Boston Center, hello, climb and maintain flight level 320, clear at D-Babe.
Track B-Bay, flight level 320, United 304.
United 5013, 5013, contact the New York Center 125.32, good day.
New York, next 15, okay.
United 1539 is 5 miles from Buckstow. Maintain 2,500 until established on the localizer. Clear to ILS runway 1.
Okay, maintaining 2,500 until established on the localizer and clear to ILS 11, the Pushback Delta.
Boston Control, Southwest 148, flight level 270.
Southwest 148, Boston Center, hello. Jumbo 197, leaving my airspace. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Roger, thanks, APC 197, see ya.
So the 1539, the Portland wind is calm. Runway 11, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 11, clear Delta. Boston Center, Houston, 125, looks like the localizer, you want to
let's see here. Oh, yep, there are 721 Foxtrot Sierra. Let's see here. Turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of bring it back around here. Turn left heading 250, and I'll work you back in. Seven 112 Foxtrot Sierra, turn left, now heading 170.
Boston Center, American Soul 36 is with you, cruising at flight level 310.
American 1940 descendant, maintain flight level 230. American 1947 descendant, maintain flight level 230. American 1246, Boston Center, squawk 4601.
Squawk 4601, American Soul.
American 1947, are you still on this frequency?
American 1947, go on.
November 2 Foxtrot Sierra is 3 miles from Jazz. Turn left heading 080, maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Clear ILS runway 6 approach. Sorry for the bad vectors there.
Okay, left 080, maintain 3,000 until established. Clear ILS.
American 1947, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Oh, 230, American 1947.
1947, clear to, you're clear at Cran. Expect runway 22 left. Proceed direct to Cran, please.
Direct to Cran, walk back 2 to left, American 19.
Center County 218 heavy, ready for takeoff, runway 28, Syracuse.
Connie 218, Syracuse wind is calm. Runway 28, clear for takeoff.
28 clear for takeoff, County 218.
American 431, contact New York Center 125.32. Good day. 125.32, American 431. November 712 Foxtrot Sierra, Manchester, wind calm, runway 6, clear to land.
6 clear to land.
Unit American 1246, radar contact 40 miles west of the Georgetown VOR, maintain flight level 310.
Maintain flight level 310, American Soul 36.
American 712, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000,
Southwest 148, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Descend maintain flight level 230, Southwest 148.
United 560, contact New York Center 125.32 long.
25 please, United 5.
Boston Center County 218 heavy out of 1,900.
Connie 218, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 3. Actually, climb and maintain flight level 400. I'm good. Nobody in your way.
Okay, all the way up to 400, Connie 218.
Connie 218, clear at Goder on course.
Direct Goder, Connie 218.
There it is. And American 1947, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left. The Boston altimeter is 29906, and just maintain your best forward speed for as long as practical.
Alright, we are descending via the Roebuck 3, runway 22 left transition, and maintain our best forward speed, my connection.
Southwest 148, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left. The Boston altimeter 29906.
Descend via Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, 29906, Southwest 148.
Delta 2321, Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 210. American 712, American 712, fly heading 050, American 712, fly heading 045, and descend and maintain 5,000 vectors for the ILS runway 23 approach.
ILS 23 approach, turn off heading 045 down to 5,000.
In Boston Center, Delta 39 is off of runway 11 Charlie looking for taxi to the gate.
So the 1539, thanks, welcome 41 taxi, Charlie Alpha to the terminal, good day.
Charlie Alpha to the terminal, Delta 1539.
We got ourselves a pretty busy night here in the New York area. I think there is actually something going on VATSIM tonight. Actually, there's nothing at all going on tonight. Just a lot of people flying in this area. Boston Centers have been on for 8 hours and 18 minutes tonight. Well, today I should say.
Connie 218, leaving my airspace shortly here. Looks like Cleveland Center is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change of 37 minutes flight. Delta 2136, cross Kiever at flight level 360.
Cross Kiever at flight level. Say that again for. I'm sorry. Delta 2136.
So 2136, just cross Kiever at flight level 360. So descend and maintain flight level 360 level by Kiever. You can start that descent at your discretion.
Okay, we'll cross Kiever at flight level 360 for Delta 2136, thanks. So we won't have any activity this week. I'm going to be flying out to Dallas, Texas for work, so we'll be kind of off the game here for the next week. Be back next Friday, and then we'll try and get some more flying in next weekend. But I do have a few videos that I'm working on right now, so I should be able to get those up while I'm out there. Looks like right now we're about to come up on flight level 360.
American 1947, you can resume normal speed, and you can expect the ILS runway 22 left approach. Altimeter is 2996, data is Mike. Normal speed will expect the ILS 22 left, American 1947. American 2342, clear right Kiever. Sorry, I could have given that to you a bit earlier, I guess. Actually, 2342, do you have the Hyper 7 arrival on board, sir?
We do have that arrival for American 23.
American 2342, clear right to Kiever on the Hyper 7 arrival. Start the Hyper 7 arrival from there.
Hi, clear direct to Kiever on the Hyper arrival, and we'll start the arrival from there. American 24, correction 2346.
Delta 2321, clear at Cran. Expect runway 22 left. That's direct to Cran. Forward about the 2321.
American 1246, flight runway to meet site for arrival.
Two left.
Oh, thank you.
2321, it is 22 left. You had it right the first time.
American 1246 just confirmed. We can also expect 22 left.
American 1246, affirmative, runway 22 left. American 712, descend and maintain 2,500. 2,500. Delta 2136, contact New York Center 125.32.
New York Center on 125.32 for Delta 2136. Have a good night. Thanks.
Delta 23.
Pleasure.
250, General Operator, 431.
New York Center, good evening. Delta 2136 at flight level 360.
Delta 2136, New York Center, good evening. Cross bottle, going to maintain level 280.
Down to 280 for Delta 2136.
At 560, cross Sarah, and maintain level 200.
To maintain level.
Alright, so we're going to begin our descent here down
New York
to...
Center, good evening. UPS 203 Heavy's coming up on SO, descending 10, 0
UBS 203, New York Center, hello, expect vector Tyler 27, right approach, Philly altimeter 3000.
3000, and expecting ILS to the right.
American 431 miles from Rosley, maintain 3000 to establish, clear ILS running 22 left approach.
Maintain 3000 until established, clear ILS, 22 left approach, back to 431.
Visual aircraft Nick approach, correction, New York Center is closing in 8 minutes.
And American 30, ready to go now, 1 to border.
American 30, fly the Goldman 5 departure. Wind 230 at 4, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
I-5 departure, clear for takeoff, 1 to American 30.
New York Center, November 1080 uniform, police first, right.
Number 10 in the uniform makes traffic. Wind 240 at 7, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 22 right, clear for takeoff, 180.
Down at 5013, cross Lurch and maintain 14,000, Harrisburg altimeter 3001.
United 5013, what did we cross at 14,000?
Down at 5013, Lurch at 14,000, please.
Lurch at 14,000, United 5013.
UPS 203 is going to maintain 6,000.
Center, maintain 6,000, UPS 203.
Sorry about that, envoy to the 116, we'll be up on 50, probably a little bit later.
Number 2216, New York Center, hello. Turn right heading 160, vectors for the sequence, and I have to spin you. You're about 7,000 feet too high now.
Oh, okay, so I can give me that heading one more time for envoy to the 116.
2216, right turn, lane 0, please.
Right, 180 on the way.
And envoy 2216, descending to level 270.
270 on board to 116. New York Center, November 1080 uniform. Could you confirm pattern size for me, please?
Number 10 in the uniform is left traffic, please. American 431, wind 240 at 7, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Runway 22 left, clear to land, American 431.
Southwest 947, contact Boston Center 134.7 tonight.
24-7, Southwest 1047.
New York Center, Takeoff 29 with Texas.
That was 159, runway 22 right, taxi via Delta Charlie Echo, cross runway 31 right.
Delta Charlie Echo cross 31 right, which is great. That was
New York Center, United 1983, ready to taxi 22 right at Whiskey.
And in 1983, runway 22 right at Whiskey, taxi via Yankee Romeo Whiskey.
Yankee Romeo Whiskey 1983.
Bad Reckon 30, passing 4,000.
American 30, ready to contact, receiver at code, climb maintain level 2, level 180 for now.
I want us there, direct full American, not 30.
At 5013, contact the Potomac approach 126.1.
Approach 126.1, next.
Sky was 4489, cross news at a maintained level 270.
Good evening, New York Center. This is KLM 1627, requesting IFR to Greater Binghamton from Livery International. Firing straight out.
The channel I'm calling on will be closing momentarily so you can continue with Unicom. Have a good night.
New York Center, November 1080 uniform, downwind, runway 22 right.
Number 10 uniform, extend your downwind, I'll call your base.
Extending downwind, you'll comment number 1080 uniform.
I did 523, cross news and a maintained level 270. Cross news at 270, United Ohio.
Got 44.
Envoy 2216, try heading 280.
280 on my phone.
Eastern 64, 12 fly, runway heading. Wind 240 at 7 runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Heading.
Number 10 uniform, you could turn your base, wind 240 at 7 to departure prior to arrival on the parallel runway 22 left clear to land.
Runway 22 left, clear to land, turning base down to number 1080 uniform.
That was 4489, pursue direct news.
Alright, direct news for us 4489.
So he's about to go offline, so we are going to be getting ready to go over to Unicom.
Envoy 2216, roger, I got a 50 in the sequence here. Beta 4921, cross giraffe, and a maintain level 180.
New York Center, 1983, ready to go, 2 left, whiskey.
I did 1983, fly the port for departure. Wind 200 at 4, runway 22 right at whiskey, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 22 left, 1983. Right, 438, press taxi, terminal 438.
American 431, Texas parking via Juliet Alpha, cross runway 22 right.
Juliet Alpha, cross 22 right, American 431.
Envoy 2216, proceed direct news.
Direct news,
So the 2136, cross Sarah and maintain level 200.
Done to 200 for Delta 2136.
At 560, cross Lewisham and maintain 14000. The Harrisburg altimeter 3001. That was 4489, contact Boston Center 134.7, good night.
Alright, 134.7.
At 523, traveling 030, vectors for spacing.
Sorry, say that again, for United 523.
At 523, traveling 040, vectors for sequence. American 30, climb maintains level 340.
Alright, guys, 340, American 30.
New York Center, United 1983, climbing out of 1,000 to 2,500.
United 1983, we're at a contact, climb maintain level 360.
360, United 1983.
Delta 205, cross 10 miles southeast of Cameron to maintain 900,000. UPS 203, descend to maintain 4,000.
Gonna maintain 4,000. Yes,
Envoy 2216, contact Boston Center 134.7.
34.7, Bravo,
New York Center Eastern for trainer holding short PT light.
Eastern 6412, at turn left heading 060, say altitude. Eastern 6412, turn left heading 070, say altitude.
Right heading 070 and 5,000.
Eastern 6412, right, climb and maintain 1,000.
I'm maintain 1,000.
United 560, contact Potomac approach 126. United 560, contact Potomac approach 126.1. United 523, contact Boston Center 134.7. We are 4912 cross Giraffe to maintain. Ensure your uniform, extend your downwind, I'll call your base.
And downwind on base, I'm Canadian uniform.
Eastern 6412, right, you went the wrong way. Procedure at Coke, I'm going to maintain level 380.
Well, that's my, right. Say 1,000.
Eastern 6412, flight level 380, please.
380.
UPS 203, telephony 360, just going to maintain 2,000.
Flight 360 down to 2,000 UPS.
Air Center, Commander
Here, heading November 10 uniform, going to go ahead and make this full stop landing.
Yeah, Commander 4923, cross Giraffe and maintain level 180.
Drive 180, 4921, thank you, sir.
Alright, National Aircraft New York Center is closing at this time. All aircraft on this frequency, monitor Unicom 122.8. New York Center is closing at this time, monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a good night.
Have a good night, thanks for the help.
Alright, so New York Center has gone offline. So we are gonna be crossing Sarahya. So we're a pretty good distance from our next waypoint, LRP. But the next thing that we'll be tuning into is going to be Washington approach. On frequency 126.1. So we'll get that punched in here. Our flight level 200 right now. So we have roughly how much further do we have left? Honestly, not exactly sure how much further we have left on this flight. Not too much further. So we're making our turn towards Lancaster VOR right now. So we're about 18 nautical miles from Lancaster. So we want to cross Hyper at 14,000. I'm sorry, we want to cross Lurch at 14,000, Hyper at 10,000. A little bit different area than what we normally fly. Normally it's the northern regions we're flying in, or the southern regions, I'm sorry, southeastern. But we had a lot of coverage up here in Boston, New York area, so I figured we'd switch over and try something that we're unfamiliar with. Now, I've never actually flown out of Boston. Never flown into Boston, never flown into or out of Washington either. Closest to Washington I've done is Baltimore, and then I've also flown out of LaGuardia. I think LaGuardia is actually the furthest north that I've flown. I think Cleveland might actually be a little bit further north. We've flown to that. We're almost at Lancaster. We're 2 point. Turning right now for Lancaster. We got Joan next. We're gonna drop it down to 180 for that one. I'm actually going to put 4,000, but then get to vertical speed so that we cross. It's actually gone up. That'll put us on target here. Cross lurch at 14,000. So we got our ATIS for. So our altimeter is 3003 for. Alright, so approach told us to contact them, so that's what we're gonna do. Alright.
Number 1255 Kilo Potomac approach. Squawk 5612. Some your approach, Commander 4921 with you, 13,000 for 12,000 over Doptech. Air 4921, someone approach, good evening. The Dulles information, Juliet is current, altimeter 3003. You can expect let's do the ILS 19er center approach and descend and maintain 6,000 July current heading. Alright, 19 center approach, 6,000 and current heading, Meter 4921.
Approach, good evening, Delta 2136, heavy with you, descending down to 14,000.
Remember 1255 kilo radar contact, 10 miles southeast of the Hagerstown BOR. To maintain 3,000 and you expect the visual approach, correction, you expect, visual approach 19er right.
So, cross hyper at 10,000.
Number 1255 kilo, descend maintain 3,000 and expect the visual 19er right. You're in the way of all my tracks, so 19er right. Delta 2136, some of approach, good evening. Reset transponder and squawk 5673.
5673 for Delta 2136.
Air 4921, descend and maintain, correction, reduce speed to 210, descend and maintain 2,000. Down 2,000, 4921. Delta 2136, radar contact. Descend via the Hyper 7, you expect the ILS 19er right, correction, 19er left approach.
Descending via the Hyper 7, expecting 19er left for Delta 2136. Alright, so we need to punch that in because we don't have 19er left in there. We have we had one, right, so we're just gonna make sure that everything is right for that. 19er left. ILS is 110 point, so that's right. So we're gonna go pin that there.
4921, clear direct Hoosier, cross Hoosier at or above 5,000 after Hoosier, cleared ILS 19er center approach.
Hoosier, cross Hoosier at or above 1,900, cleared ILS, runway 19 center, Hoosier 49.
We want to do Oogle at 5,000.
Mirror 4921, cross Hoosier at or above 5,000.
User 5000.
United 5,
The
60 heavy
you want over the
contact,
tower?
Dallas Tower 120.1.
20.1, yeah,
Flip on our landing lights now.
Okay, you're below the clouds.
Air 4921, you are number 2 for the approach behind a Boeing 787, 20 miles ahead, caution wake turbulence.
Okay, number 2, behind 787, crossing wake turbulence, 4921.
Delta 2136, you're clear direct Dady. Cross Dady at or above 3000. After Dady, cleared ILS 19er left approach.
Directed Dady at or above 3000, and then the ILS for 19er left. Delta 2136. So we're gonna go straight to Dady. Should slow down here a little bit. Then once we get down to 210, I'm gonna hit the flaps.
Washington, approach to American 2342 Heavy, 140.
American 2342 Heavy, Potomac approach, good evening. Descend via the Hyper 7. Information, Juliet is current. You can expect the ILS 19er center approach, Dallas altimeter 300 tree.
Okay, we'll continue to descend via the hypersonic arrival back to the ILS 4, runway 19 center, altimeter 303, American 2342 Heavy.
Introduce flaps 1.
Air 4921, contact Dallas Tower now 120.1, see it.
121, good day.
Go ahead and turn this off park here now that we know that's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and drop it down to flaps 5. Slow ourselves down a little bit. So our final approach course is 191, so we'll go ahead and put that in there just in case we need to fly runway heading after if we have a missed approach. I'm going to drop this down to 180. Introduce flaps 15. So we're next going over to tower on 120.1. So we'll go ahead and get that ready. The localizer that I recognize there, so we'll go ahead and hit that. Get lined up with the localizer.
Approach 2496 with you at 200.
PT 4186 look approach. Good evening, radar contact. You're clear direct Hafner. Join in departure. Climb and maintain 10,000, 10,000.
Direct Hafner, climb maintain 10,000, Neptune 486.
What is our landing altitude here? Airport elevation is 300, so we're gonna put in 360, 313 is our landing. Elevation for our minimums.
Delta 2136 Heavy, contact Dulles Tower now 120.1, shalom.
Tower on 120.1 for Delta 2136 Heavy, thanks.
Yankee 5, Velvet Connect to Zulu, but we'll continue to be a Yankee if necessary.
Yeah, you taxi the ramp of your discretion. From Yankees, join Zulu. Have a great night.
Yankee to Zulu to the ramp. From
Washington Tower, good evening. Delta 2136 Heavy is locked onto localizer for 19 left.
Delta 2136 Heavy, Dulles Tower, good evening. 12803, runway 19. What's the runway you're on the localizer for?
19 left for Delta 2136.
Alright, I just wanted to confirm. 12803, runway 19 left, you're clear to land.
Cleared to land for Delta 2136.
Yeah, 9847, turn right, heading 320, contact departure 126.1, good day.
Alright, so we are locked on to our ILS here.
Aircraft standby, United 9847, Dulles Tower.
Oh, shut up.
United 9847, Dulles Tower. United 9847, Dallas Tower. Hey, 12 Dallas Tower, start about the wait. Push and start 0, disrespect runway 30 for departure, call for taxi and holding short of Zulu.
Alright, so we've got full flaps extended. We're on the ILS with full Category 3 landing here.
Last aircraft, that was for United 12. Push start is at your discretion for United 12. Now that was a 164, and I believe you had certain intentions going.
1,000 feet.
Head up to 1649 to stay in tension.
Approaching 19 left.
Would you like to push? Is that what your concern is? You want to push?
Correct. Sorry about that.
Delta 16 for Dallas Tower, push and start your discretion. Expect runway 30 for departure. Call for taxi when holding short of Zulu.
Expect runway 30 short of Zulu. Call for taxi.
Long landing, 9,000 feet remaining.
Yo, 2136, Dallas Tower, welcome to Dallas, right turn, Kilo 5, right on Kilo to the ramp. Have a good one.
Right on Kilo 5 to Kilo to the ramp for Delta 2136, thanks. Pretty sure this is Kilo. I'm not 100% sure. Yep, we're on Kilo. Alright guys, we have landed here in Washington. And we're going to take the Kilo all the way over to the ramp here. Yeah, I just gotta figure out where exactly Kilo is. Kilo. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna come right into the ramps here.
Dallas Tower, United 12, ready for taxi.
United 12, Dallas Tower, thank you for Juliet. Runway 30 taxi via left Zulu, Yankee 11.
So it was a pretty smooth flight, pretty relatively quick. It's only about 300 nautical miles.
Runway 30 at its
Yeah, it's all runway 30 taxi being left on Zulu, Yankee 11.
This airport's not exactly set up for a big ol' 777, but we'll make do with it. So go ahead and set our parking brake. Turn off all of our lights. And we'll go ahead and kill those engines. Well, we're gonna try to at least.
United 112, you having fun there?
There we go. I don't know why that was so difficult.
Negative, sir. We just made a wrong turn, got a little turned around here. We're heading down to Zulu right now from 12.
I'm just messing with you.
Leave them alone. It happens to me all the time. I'm in your airport.
Tower Delta 2136 is parked at gate. Thanks for the service. Have a good night.
Thank you. Appreciate the kind words. Have a great night as well.
Roll Tower American 2342 Heavy on the ILS for 1 minute.
Alright guys, so that concludes the VATSIM coverage and the flight over to Washington from Boston. It's pretty nice. We had a pretty busy night here on the VATSIM network. We had coverage all the way through. Lost it for a little while there in New York. Man, Boston Center is just killing it right now. He's got 9 hours and 11 minutes in counting. It's too bad we just got Washington Pushback online here. Oh no, we had approached the whole time, I'm sorry. But that's going to conclude the flight for today, so guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and we'll be back with another one pretty soon, for the next weekend. See you guys.